shoes, world on my shoulders, heart full of blues out in the dirt, down in the dirt.
Today's live stream brought to us by See Our View, one of our great friends, great member, great supporter, great people, great everything. Check the channel out. It's pretty funny. You'll love it.
Hey, howdy. And the reason I picked See Our View, of course, they're members. But yesterday was Gracie's birthday. Happy birthday, Gracie. She is now the legal age of 21 to buy alcohol. I'm happy for it. Howdy. Happy Monday. Digital Drifter, first one in here today. Howdy. Williams River, Oregon. Nice. I gotta tilt this monitor back so I gotta lean my head down so much. I'm in a bad hair day today. I've been busy since 5:30 this morning. Desert Adventures in Arizona, first member in here today. Howdy. Great live stream. I was a little late. Taking care of business. Really creative travel. Sorry I missed your live stream yesterday. Ava Potterfield and friends. I was hoping to catch yours today, but I got busy in town and was on the phone. Well, no, I was on the phone with during Steve's live stream. Nas, another member. Howdy. Justin and Christina's RV van life, howdy. Shara Hart, howdy. Larry Bozeman, howdy. Yeah, Misha Leah, howdy. If I missed anybody, I'm very sorry. Didn't mean to do that. All right. Just me today. Becky's sister's not doing real well. She's going over there now. She's on her way there. Come on, camera. Work. Jeez, come on. Hello. Okay, we'll go with that. I was hoping to replace that this month, but after what I just spent 20 minutes ago, that camera's going to have to wait till next month. But yeah, I just spent $532 at Santan Solar. Got a new solar controller, 100 amp, EP Ever. They told me how to say it. It's EP Ever, not EP Ever. Two more 250 watt panels. I may pick two 230s up there when I'm up there. And I was a splitter short, so I had to add a splitter. Thank you, Steve. Thank you very much. So I got that. Waiting for pickup. Taken care of. Went and got my gas money pulled out for the month. Normally I set $300 back each month in cash for gas. I was doing really good this month. I thought I was going to spend about 100 of it. Well, then somebody turned the heat on this week. It was rough yesterday. It was rough. We stayed cool. We did stay cool. I got the generator running now because I let everything run on solar yesterday. The first part of the day. Well, when the heat of the day rolled around, I had to fire the generator up because I started to lose solar. There's a 930 some acre fire to the south of us. And there was a little haze. CRV was losing their solar too. Well, when it got, now the day before, I was at 114 degrees out there. That generator ran flawlessly. Yesterday, I went out there and I had gas cans sitting on the ground. I don't ever set gas cans on the ground. I set them in that rack. For some reason, I had the gas can on the ground. Filled the generator up because it was on empty, but it wasn't out. and that hot gas caused it to vapor lock. Took a little bit for it to cool off. It finally did. Solar kept up for a little while that was doing, but it was getting critical, like low. It was like, and so generator fired up. We ran for about 30 minutes, and it was running great, running the window unit. But the window unit, I only had a little bowl of cold air, like right here in front of the bed, and then the dogs are right there. You know, they were fine. You step out of that bubble though, and it was like, whoa! In this rig, it was like a sauna in here. So I did this the day before, so I knew it worked. I fired the rooftop AC up. That's 13,000 BTU, 6,000 BTU. They worked great together. Well, it was nice and cold in here the day before and everything. Well, that ran for about 10 minutes. And generator shut off. Uh-oh. I knew it ran at 114. There's a sticker on there that says they won't run past 104. That's just to cover their butt, I guess. So I went out there and messed with it. It'd run for a little bit, quit. Run for a little bit, quit. I'm like, man, it's too hot. It's too hot. It's hotter than 114. Well, I'm in Courtside Chatter Facebook groups and some other Sea Devil Adventures. Howdy, howdy. Everybody was sharing pictures from their temperature things in their cars. The lowest I seen was 120. The highest was 122. So I believe it got to 122 yesterday because that generator would not run. Now, luckily, the only way it would run, now, like I said, it ran before. No problem. They don't even strain it hardly to run that unit and this unit. Yesterday, if I kept the roof unit off, it would at least run the window unit while it was getting my batteries charged up. With the solar and the generator running, charging, topped the batteries off in about an hour, hour and a half. Well, maybe it was 2. I was able to run for a few more hours on the solar to give the generator a break. And then when the sun went down, I went out there and fired that generator up, rooftop and this window unit, and got this place nice and cool and cold for the evening. Everybody out here now, generators run 24/7 now. We've entered that stage. So with the solar, I don't have to run 24/7, but I do have to run it at night. The night before, 2 nights ago, I didn't run it. It was 98 degrees or something. Me and the dogs was miserable. We slept, but it was miserable. I didn't want to disturb Joni over here, Joni's journey. She's like 75 yards from me. And she didn't have a generator or an air conditioner at the time. She's been toughing it out. And yesterday, she got a generator and an air conditioner. And CRView got their generator, solar and all that. We all ran our generators all night long. If I run that generator 8 hours and only run this window unit, it only used a half a tank of gas. I was like, wow, yes, okay, cool. Cruising is fun anytime, howdy, howdy. Going Green Mom, howdy, howdy. Bold Lion, howdy, howdy. But we survived. I got on phone this morning with Santan Solar, ordered a 100 amp solar controller, 2 more panels and a splitter. That's going to give us 500 more watts. I am just borderline from being able to make it all day because of these 2 Epicools. And I've learned something with the Epicools too. I put them on a jackery for a while. It takes my solar to run for a lot longer. But what I do is I turn the Epicools all the way down as low as they go while they're on the generator. And then when I switch over to the jackery, they're coming back up to the temperature that I put it at, like 36 for the refrigerator, and then I'll take the other one to 25 on the jackery. Well, while they're coming back up that temperature, it is set on that jackery. No, they won't kick on for like 30 minutes. So it buys me like 30 more minutes of time, and works great. And like then I can run the air conditioner and the solar a lot longer. Yeah, window unit uses way less gas. I am kind of regretting and kicking myself for not just go ahead and getting the 8,000 BTU. I may upgrade it later, but we'll see. Destination Fun, howdy, howdy. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody else. Let me go back. Ellsworth Carl, howdy, howdy. Thanks for coming in, guys. Really love having you guys in here. If I missed anybody, I'm so sorry. Just holler. I'll get to you. How much are you looking at tip-wise in the forecast? I'm getting ready to get to that right now. This is the first live stream, I believe, that this is happening at. Where's my overlays? There. Of course, we're starting off excessive heat warning today. I had to fight to get the temperature numbers. This is all it would give me. With my normal question, which was, what's the high temperature in quartzite today? It would always give me the high temperature. Last few days, nope, the last 2 days, excessive heat warning. And trust me, it's excessive heat warning. Current temperature right now. It's 102 degrees outside right now. At 10:15 this morning. I think this is the first live stream now that we are at 100 degrees, I believe. I did manage to get to high temperature, but after yesterday, I don't believe it. It's probably going to get hotter. 114. That's what it was supposed to be yesterday, but it got hotter. And here is the 14-day forecast. Got a little bit of a cool down Wednesday. Triple digits from here on out, but it doesn't look extreme. We'll see as they get closer. But look at the lows, 82s, 86s, 90, 91, you know, that's generator running at nighttime. PSV Odyssey, howdy, howdy. Yeah, heat wave. We also have excessive heat warning. And I got to say this about this heat. Part of me loves it. I don't like the fact that I really can't go outside and do a lot of things. And I have to wear gloves when I go outside. Who wears gloves in the summertime? I got to wear gloves in the summertime. Because I go outside, I move the solar panels. They're hot, very hot. I come back in and I grab the door handle to get in the rig. Oh my gosh, it's almost like 3rd-degree burns. So to go outside, first thing I grab now is my gloves, and I put my gloves on. I probably look like a dummy running out there in 100-some degree weather with gloves on. Most towns put their official gauge inside vertical box, which reduces the real temperature. I believe that, Steve. Hey, cousin Karma, howdy, howdy. She's over on Facebook. 91 and 61% humidity feels like 101. Wow. 76 feels like 82, high of 82, 76 humidity. The humidity's really, really getting to Becky back there. She's back in Indiana for the new ones in here. She should be back here shooting for September. But it's so I couldn't sit here on the laptop this weekend because I was kind of blocking the cool air from getting the dogs. So I just sat back and watched the races. It was a joke. Chicago street race. Infinity race got rained out. They called it 2 laps shy of halfway. Declared the winner. Chicago got dumped on. And then they got the cup race in the next day, and the track is, I think, too narrow for them cup cars. It was crazy. Oh, I'm feeling much better going Green Mom. Thank you very much. I had that same issue last night too. Yesterday. But yeah, I've been fighting hard. Just hit 107 there. Wow. Wonder how much we've went up now since I've checked that. What's the current temperature in quartzite right now? Excessive heat warning. Thank you. What is the temperature in quartzite? 104. We went up Went up 2 degrees. Yes, I know about the heat warning. Danny, Griswold coming here? Griswold, family vacay, howdy, howdy, howdy. Sorry I missed your live yesterday too. We had Gracie's birthday dinner yesterday. I think you were wondering that. They went out and got Chinese. Man, I don't know. There's a Chinese restaurant in Parker. Oh boy, that was good. That was good Chinese food. Man, they don't. Chinese food back in Indiana is not that good. And says courtside 112, 3 p.m. today. 112 is not bad. 114 is not bad. Boucher Street, howdy, howdy. Good to see you. Good to see you. Today's high 93, tomorrow 99. Man, the whole country is like on fire as a heat wave, but a lot of the country is on fire, literally. Like I said, we got a 935 acre fire to the south of us. I don't know where they stand on it. They may have it contained. They didn't the last time I seen yesterday, but I didn't get it. It didn't give me a percentage of containment or anything. It's kind of strange how the desert can catch fire and get out of control like that. The ranger was telling me that these creosote bushes, whatever they are highly flammable. When fire gets them, they just take off like gasoline. 84 there today. Watched some of the cup race. 3 cars crashed into each other. I missed this crash, but I seen the replay of it. Car spun out, blocked the whole track because cars were running into him or parking and everything, and then the whole thing just come to a stop. Destination fun, howdy, howdy. I don't know if I told you howdy, howdy or not. I don't know if I found much info about the Canadian fires. Did they get any of the rain we've been getting? I tell you what we learned with the New Mexico fire. Rain's nice, but apparently the relative humidity is what they want. The higher the relative humidity is, the harder it is for the fire to spread. Creosote bushes are highly flammable. That's what he was telling me. I didn't know that. Yeah, he said fire gets in one of these washes, it just takes off. But it's northwest of Yuma. No, north of Yuma, southwest of Quartzsite. I don't remember the exact location. But yeah, it's amazing how fast it'll move out here. I can understand in the forest, but that's what, back to the relative humidity thing, that's what they because I always watch the updated videos on that, because we were only 50 miles from it. And that's what they were caught. I mean, they were going to say, yes, the rain's going to be nice, but we really want that relative humidity up. And they would show that relative humidity. They would show where it was going to be at a certain time of day. And they said, this is where a lot of the fire containment's going to happen when the relative humidity is up. It just, there's water in the air, and it just makes it hard for it to spread. It didn't really make sense to me, because I figured, hey, you're dumping water with rain. That would be better. But they really wanted the relative humidity more than the rain over in New Mexico. We're hearing monsoon rain trains might start up next week. Hope so. They were pretty bad here last year. I wonder what they're going to do this year. Creosote is generally highly flammable. Isn't that what causes chimney fires? I don't know if that is the same type of creosote. That is a good question. I never even gave that a thought. But yeah, creosote and chimney is what causes chimney fires. Build up creosote, but these are creosote bushes. They stink too. They do. They stink when you're burning them. Mel Nettie, living free zip code lives. Howdy, howdy, howdy. They've released a couple videos and some shorts. Go check them out and please run their playlist. Please, I'm begging you. Please, 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 please. I love you forever. Lily T, howdy, howdy, howdy. Stopping by to say hello. Okay. Yep, had some rain at the race. That was probably why they crashed. Yeah, they were running the wet tires, and then they went to slicks, and there was still water on the track. They're like, well, somebody's going to crash. And, oh, okay. The problem with the track, they said, these cup drivers on a normal road course don't have to deal with those walls. They got plenty of room to slide off the track. Well, where the emergency vehicles would come out, at the apex of the turn, they would jet the wall out a little bit to get the vehicles through there. And that's how it was designed. It would stay that way. Well, when you're cruising along at 90 some mile an hour, I think they were running, and they're used to taking that turn really close for the apex, a lot of them was catching that wall, and it was shooting them right out to the outside wall. And it was they had a lot of issues yesterday with that. We don't know if they're going to be back in Chicago next year. If they do, they really need to improve it. But I grew up on them streets they ran on up there. Well, I didn't grow up. I moved out when I was 6. But was back there a lot because a lot of family lived up there. I mean, Field Museum was in the background, Grant Park, all that. I mean, they ran through Grant Park. Yeah, it was my birthplace. Don't tell nobody I was born in Chicago. When we listen, my head is wonky today. Well, hope you get feeling better. I barely made that Saturday stroll. Barely made it. It was uploading as the Saturday stroll started, if I remember, because I think I started it right at the end of Sherry's live stream. During the first part of the Saturday stroll, it uploaded. Yep, you can clip in the wall. I know it's my son ran it on iRacing. He wasn't a fan of it either. I managed to get the Indy race kind of in. I had it on the TV, but I wasn't really able to watch it. I had a lot going on. I was helping Joan. Well, I got all of our windows covered with foil bubble. You guys call it reflectix. And I had some scrap, and she was a little bit short for her window, so I took whatever I had, the scraps over there, and helped her out with that. Hey, Lucky Dog Production moderator, howdy. Hi, I'm so sorry. I seen you tell me hello in Steve's or Desert. Okay, I may have to take this. I'll be right back. The Santana Solar is supposed to call me. I'll be right back. Well, unfortunately, that wasn't Santana Solar, but that was not a scam call. It was I screwed up earlier and I called the wrong solar company apparently, and I hung up when I realized I called it. Well, they called me back because they had a missed call, but it was a solar company out of California. I thought I had scrolled to Santan's thing and for to contact us, but apparently I went past it and went to another one, and I didn't realize that. And when it was calling, it shows a number and it was ringing. I realized that's not Santan, so I hung up. Well, they called me back because they missed a call from me. But yes, Lucky Dog Production moderator in Desert Adventures, Arizona is live. I was leaving just as you come in and said hello, so I apologize for that. I had to get on the phone with Santan Solar. That'd be nice. We get everything hooked up out there. So if I go up there and I got the 250s bought and paid for, the new solar controller bought and paid for, Splitter bought and paid for. If they still have the buy one get one free 230 watts, I'm going to replace the 190s out here with two 230 watts, and then I'll move the 190s over to the solar controller that I'm fixing to retire. Um, so I'll add close to 1,000 watts out there today, tomorrow, or Wednesday. Because we're fixing to move. Lori's way is going to be back. We stayed here because we didn't want to leave Joni down here by herself. The Ranger said we were fine. So we're fixing to head back to the LTVA, and then after we get set up in the LTVA, we're going to run over to Santan and pick my order up. CRV's picking something up too. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe another 250 watt panel. Because he's got room for one more on his 100 amp solar controller. And when he went up there, he only bought 4 the last time. And I said, man, you should have got 5. Because a 100 amp solar controller, I max out at 1250 watts on a 12 volt system. So he had room for one more. So he might pick up one of those. And a splitter. We'll need a splitter. But yeah, Santan's supposed to be calling me. I was hoping they'd call me back before the live, but they haven't. So, well, we got 32 minutes yet, so maybe they'll wait till afterwards. That's why I got my ringer up, so I can hear if they call, because it's a pretty important call. The bank thought that I was trying to pull fraud, so they didn't let the payment go through right away. So Becky had to okay it, and then the bank said, wait 2 to 3 minutes, and we got disconnected on the phone, because you know how cell phones work. And when I called back, he had already gotten on the phone because with the customer, it's a customer service thing. And so the receptionist said he'll call you as soon as he's done. And it's been 45 minutes now, so we'll see. If not, I'll call back up there. More bang for your bucks, howdy, howdy, howdy. But once I get that 500 watts out there, that should do us. Pick up 2 230s. It'll be close to 1,000 watts. That's going to be almost 2,480 watts out there. I shouldn't have any issues till the sun goes down with the air conditioner then. I've been a bad boy. I spent a lot of money before the live stream. I spent almost 800. Well, that was 553, 6. So we might as well run that up to 50. So 600. I spent $900 before 10 o'clock this morning. Well, I ain't spent the 300 yet. So that's my gas emergency gas money for the month. And I'm hoping I only have to use that at nighttime here real soon. And I ain't even got supplies yet. I still got to go spend a little bit more. I don't have enough breakfast stuff. But I haven't really been eating breakfast. So I'm just going to go get a bunch of Pop-Tarts. Enough for the month. Because I'm not heating water up for oatmeal. Induction burner cuts down on the heat, but it's already hot. I don't feel like eating anything hot in the morning. So I'm just going to grab a bunch of Pop-Tarts, different varieties, and I'll eat 2 for breakfast, and then I'll have my lunch, which will be peanut butter and jam. I may get some cold cut. I'm not sure yet. Scrow's Nest, good morning to you, howdy, howdy. I got enough main course stuff for the rest of the month, but I'm going to pick up some other different things. And some backup stuff like cold cuts. So if it gets very, very hot, and I can't run this rooftop with this, I don't have to cook. I just throw something together. I'm going. Yes, money fun. Desert Adventures in Arizona. Thank you so much. You have to. We're okay. You have to do that. Power bar for break. Oh, those two. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, I want to look at those two. Uh, but I'm also going to look at some supper items that I might be able to pull off that I don't have to cook. I'm just going to do some browsing. But anyway, let's get back to Desert Adventures in Arizona and get some Purdy Pops going. That's what our daughters called them when they were kids. Thank you so much for that super chat of 1999, Steve. You didn't have to do that, buddy. But here you go. All right. But yeah, I got plenty of peanut butter, plenty of jam. Oh, I definitely got to get some bread. I'm going through 4 loaves of bread a month. I take that back, 5. I did have to go get an extra loaf this time. I've discovered how to keep it from drying up, though. But you need an RV refrigerator that you're not using to do it. Yeah, it stays all nice and soft in there, and because like right now, the temperature, you pull bread out of a bread wrapper, you put it on the counter, the plate or whatever to make your sandwich. By the time you get done with that sandwich, it's starting to feel like toast. It's drying out that fast. So you're doing a live this week. Sherry, as in Sherry's Awesome Sunsets. I know she does one during the week, I think, and then she started doing one on Saturdays now for the Saturday stroll, if that's who you're talking about. And Stephen Oakey, happy anniversary. I meant to do that at the beginning, and I meant to make a banner, and I ran out of time. But happy anniversary to Stephen Oakey. Apartment, well, there this morning. Oh, nice. But we've been drinking a lot. Oh, and I got to get some Powerade packets. I do want some of them. I did have a little bit of an issue yesterday with the heat. It was a small issue, but if I didn't catch it, it was going to turn into a big issue. And I have been drinking a lot of water. I'm not dehydrated. But when I took the Reflectix and foil stuff over there, we stood outside and we talked for about, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. We were in the shade, though. And inside her bus, it was cooler. So we went up in there, too. And I started feeling funny. And I told her, I said, I got to go. I think the race was getting ready to start, too. And as I was walking back over here and getting back into that sun, like I said, she's only 75 yards from us. I started feeling chilled, goosebump chills. When that happens, that's close to having a heat stroke. That happened to me during a heat stroke. I remember the chills. I've had a heat stroke before back in Indiana. And they say if you've had one, you're pretty susceptible to getting them easier the older you get. And like I said, I know I drank plenty of water. So I got back up in the rig and I sat right here in front of the air conditioner and I drank 2 bottles of water and I was fine. I was fine. But Linda Oakey, howdy. But that's what told me that it was hotter than 114 yesterday, though, because at 114 I wasn't like that. But I'm glad I came back when I did, because I probably would have fell out over there. But she's a nurse. I'd have been in good hands. Sounds like the beginning of a heat stroke. Yeah, and I was always told that if you start feeling chilled, get cooled off quick, because you're about to go into a heat stroke. So now I kind of know not to get too far away from this rig, and I know my limitations now and that extreme of a heat. But everybody else was, everybody's been fine. I mean, it wasn't enough to, like, to scare me, but it was enough to give me warning, hey, you need to go get cooled off. And I did, and we were fine, and I forgot to say thank you to the members, and I got to update. I hope they get on this weekend. I tried to do this on the weekends, but I just didn't have time this weekend. So I got new members. William Brody's supposed to be on here. He's not on here yet. Maybe I can find some time to do it today. But we'll be right back right after this.
Slow down, mama. Why you talk so mean? Good Lord, Nashville, it ain't what it seems. Got nice clothes and nice shows. Boogie down at the bar. Fiddle tunes and homemade booze, but it always goes too far. Shooting pool, crack a jack, take off now and don't look back. But hey, don't you wanna play? Hold on, sugar, why you look so...
Yeah, you guys have been yelling at me to get electrolytes for a couple weeks now, and I need to do it. And I'm going to look for the Propel packs and use those. Unless I can find a tub of it, and I'll get that too instead. Drink some Gatorade too, resupply electrolytes. Yeah, nausea is another sign of heat stroke. Yeah, I wouldn't get nausea, but I tell you something else that happened to me too because Going Green Mom, GGM creates, or you and Going Green Mom, mentioned potassium. My legs are cramping again, my back calves, and that's usually a sign of a low potassium. So Becky took that with her. I'm going to have to go get some potassium pills this week and take a few of them. And that was this morning as I was climbing out of bed, the leg cramps kicked in. Oh, no. So, yeah, that was a sign. Electrolytes, stop messing around and just go get some. I wonder how they did it back in the day. All they had was water back in the pioneer days. Stay in the shade. Oh, man, eat more bananas. Yeah, bananas are easy to get here. I bought some Propel the other day. I like Propel. I like Gatorade, too. So whatever one they have, I'm going to get. If not both. Molasses with a pinch of salt works, too. Oh, that's maybe... I wonder if they even knew about electrolytes in the 1800s and all that. But that is the thing, though. If you're in the shade out in here in this heat, you're usually okay. You step out in that sun, and that sun's brutal. Yes, bananas have potassium. Yeah, because usually when I get them leg cramps, we just go get some bananas, and I'd be fine. Then we had potassium pills. I think there's magnesium in there is the only thing in there. Yeah, it is. She took the potassium and the other bottle of magnesium with her. I went in this morning to get some potassium and remembered, oh yeah, the last time I looked it was just magnesium. Switchel or Haymaker's punch. We've made Switchel at a reenactment. I don't know how authentic it was, but yeah, we've made some. We haven't, but some of the reenactors have. In the old day, they don't have junk foods and processed. Good point, Mobang. Good point. Good point. Misfits and Dreamers, another member sneaking in here. Sorry I missed you this weekend too. They go check their channel out. They WMAD. He does a great radio station live stream, and man, the man has got great taste for music. I put him on and go do things. It's pretty. And I tell you who else did it used to do it with the old timers was, oh my gosh, come on, help me out, Misfits and Dreamers. The old time radio shows he used to play. Oh, I can't think of his name, and I can see him. Matt. Was it Matt? He played the trombone. I love when he did the old time radio stations. Because, well, the old time radio shows, not stations, the old shows, before they had TV. And let me tell you, when Matt would do that, first time I heard it was out here first season. You hear an old time radio show out here in the desert, and it's night. It's got a totally different feeling to it. It's almost like you hear the past in the airwaves. It's hard to describe. Bananas high in sugar, which also uses potassium process. Potassium also needed to make stomach acid. Beets, ick. And beet greens are also high. Now I've had some beet greens. I like the beet greens. I did. Of course they were fried in some sort of oil, though. I don't remember the oil, but they were pretty good. But no, I don't like beets. But I have learned as I'm getting older, sometimes you got to eat what you don't like so you can get the stuff that's inside of that stuff. And why is it all the good stuff is the stuff that we don't like? I find myself eating stuff I don't like now just to get things that I may need. And I kind of don't like that. Greens are actually higher in potassium than beet. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I wonder. I'm gonna look at the market, the stores in here. I wonder if you can buy. Well, then I'd have to fry them and that. Yeah. The wind's kind of dying down here. I might be able to start using the Blackstone again. Beach. Yuck. I agree, Lynn. I agree. That's fun. Don't like beets either. I'm not a huge fan of beets, but I eat pickled with pickled eggs. I have heard the pickled beets aren't bad. Never had one. But I do like pickled stuff. You know, pickles, pickled peppers, pickled eggs, whatever else I can think of is pickled, which I can't think of right now. My grandmother used to eat beets and nastiest looking stuff. Oh, I know it. Junk food. Okay. Yeah, my grandparents used to. I remember my grandpa. I remember a lot about my grandma. She was sick though when I was little. Passed when I was 6 years old. But I do remember my grandpa eating a lot of beets. He'd go to the garden and eat them like apples. And radishes. He'd do that with radishes. Well, radishes he'd cut with a knife and eat them. Like you ever see somebody cut an apple with the knife, and then they hold that slice with with the blade and their thumb, and they just eat it right off the knife. That's how my grandpa always did, even with the radishes, watermelon, cantaloupe, whatever it was. He hit it with a slice a piece of it off with his knife and use the knife and put it in his mouth. Moon over Miami, howdy, howdy, howdy. You taste the vinegar more than the earthiness of the beets when they are pickled. Oh, okay. So you don't take like pickle juice, dill pickle, put the beets in it, and let them set in it like you do the eggs. Radishes are good with salt. One medium. No. I do not like radishes either. My dad did. Whoa. My grandpa. My dad would eat like that too. Slice something off and eat with a knife. It's always a pocket knife. I have never been able to carry a pocket knife. I always lose it. Look, honeydew. I don't mind honeydew melons. If that's what you're talking about. I used to like cantaloupe when I was a kid, but I don't much care for cantaloupe anymore. I don't like watermelon. I used to like watermelon when I was a kid. I don't like watermelon either now. But watermelon candy, watermelon drink, I don't mind that. But actual watermelon, I don't like it. So you're listening, working on StreamYard for this week. Yes. Mark it on your calendars. No lady's going live this week, and I forgot the time and date. my photographic memory is not so photographic anymore. They put salt and pepper on cantaloupe. Yeah. All my older relatives did that. I didn't like it. Sugar. Beet juice for the beet, eggs, bean salad. Oh yeah. Oh, I do got a can of beans in my ham steak. I thought about making some ham and beans. Youngest nephew is so adorable, sleeping and awake. Oh, I bet. And then they turn into teenagers. Yeah, make sure I didn't miss anything there in the chat. Oh, I'm kind of beat though. I may actually get a nap today. I may take a nap today. Oh, speaking of that. Oh, excuse me. The heat takes it out of you. But I can't complain. My back has not felt like this since I've been 20 years old. I ain't got no pain in my back. I knock on wood. But that being said, I still have to take it easy. Just because I'm not feeling any pain don't mean I can't hurt myself. Technically, I'm not supposed to lift over 10 pounds the rest of my life. Try that sometime. That's impossible. Because I got fused back. 4 vertebrae that's fused down on the lower L vertebrae. And it's always hurt ever since the surgery in 2005. Or did I have it in 3? Might have been 3. 3. 20 years ago, this August, actually, being my surgery. But he did tell me, he said, man, you're going to be in pain the rest of your day. One thing a surgeon's going to do is keep your legs working. And it has. My legs ain't quit working since that surgery. But as it got hotter out here, the pain in my back was going away. And it's because it's almost like wrapping a heating pad around you. And my joints don't hurt. It's pretty good. I'm getting internet signal, so I maybe get jumpy. Didn't get to sleep till 5. I got back late last night. Joni needed some gas, and I had some extra. The Campos LTVA loaned her his generator, and he brought a gas can down. It's only a 2-gallon gas can. If we run the generators all day and night, it's 5 gallons. And I had already topped my generator off for the night, and I had some extra in the can, and she said, do you have any extra gas? Otherwise, she's going to drive her bus to town. I could have went and got gas for her, which I didn't have to offer because I just offered the gas. I said, yeah, I'll bring the gas over to you. Took my pump over there, and we filled her generator up, and stood over there and talked for an hour or two, and it was 12:30 when I got back. And poor Nomadic Rat Pack been calling me all day. I gotta call him. He been calling me all day yesterday. Every time he called me, I was busy or away from my phone or down having Chinese food, or plus I was having a hard time getting my phone to charge again. It's starting to act up. I'm holding my shirt. Okay, internet. There it goes. Let me straighten out. There. Okay, it's finally back to normal. Had that internet signal up there at the top. Ah, and I forgot. See, hey, I drink a lot of water. Yeah, sure. Leave it on the other side of the rig. do got to fill my water jugs up today. I got 40 gallons in the car yet. Honey should still be good on water. But that water is hot. It's in that car. And so I'm going to bring them in and I'm going to set them in the bathroom because I did this before when it was 104. I filled my 2 water jugs up because the third one was up on the counter and it didn't even fill up. But I filled those 2 water jugs up and the water was hot. I brought them in and I set them over in front of the stove there. And they acted like a radiator heater. It heated the rig up. And I was like, oh, no, we can't do this. And now it's even hotter. So I'm at least going to fill. We may have enough in that jug to get through the day, though. I got plenty of water in the Happy Cools. I got probably 10 water bottles in there full of water. And not only that, the Happy Cool's got a bunch of water bottles and water jugs in there that's froze, too. But, so we probably got enough in that jug anyway. It looks like it's got 2 gallons in it, maybe 2.5. Nah, about 2. So I may go fill 1 up and set it in the bathroom so if it radiates any heat, it'll stay in there. Peanut butter tastes good, very good. Maybe yep, that's always my go-to, peanut butter. Seeing if I missed anybody. Doesn't look like it. And I did something yesterday too I haven't done in a long time. That's another thing for lunch. I had a salad. I made me salad. Yep. I didn't even have a sandwich afterwards or nothing. I just made me a nice salad with some romaine lettuce, some tomato, and some cheddar cheese on there. That's all I need in a salad, and I'm happy. And my Western dressing. If I ain't got Western dressing, I'm not eating a salad. Or French would do, but I want my Western. It'll make good shower water. That's the thing. Back to that. Honey's water tank is underneath the bed, inside the rig, not under the rig, mounted to the frame. It's inside the rig. If I go over there and turn that hot water heater on, or no, forget I even said hot water heater, which is not a hot water heater. They don't exist. It's a water heater. If I go over there and turn that hot water on, it comes out hot, and the water heater is not even on. Go down and you get water out of the spigot in LTVA, and it comes out hot. Yeah, you don't have to waste any propane heating any water up now, or the induction burner. Now, to get it hot water for dishes, I'll heat some up that way on the stove on the induction burner, but it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much at all. You get in the shower. You don't even have to turn cold on to balance it out. It's perfect, hot, warm temperature, perfect. Just kind of way I like it. I just pulled stuff out for salad. Peanut butter, yummy, but fattening. Yep, with all that oil in it. Yeah, but that's really all I had for salad. I mean, I may get croutons and put in a salad. I do like that. Now, if I'm at a salad bar, I'm putting egg in it, and tomatoes and lettuce and onion and everything but radishes and stuff like everything. And then, for a shower, another option I have for a shower is I take our garden 2.5 gallon garden sprayers, I painted them black. And Desert Adventures in Arizona taught me something about black tanks last year. And it wasn't exactly what I thought the black tanks were for. But you paint your water sprayers black, and you set them. Even you don't have to. You can set them out there, and they'll still get hot. But the black makes it hotter. That water gets a little too hot for a shower. I had to add cold water to that. I had to get into Epicool and grab a bottle of cold water and pour in that garden sprayer so I could take a shower because I was not burning my skin. I put my temperature gun down into the thing and it said the water was 120 degrees. I'm out of radishes. So I do that too to save on propane. Or I'll heat water up with the induction burner. And we got 2 of the garden sprayers because we'll put one in the bathtub. You know how RV bathtub's got that little seat and then small little tub. Well, our washing machine sets up on that seat. And I'll set the garden sprayer up there and then I take a shower. And we do that boondocking anyway to save water. And the other garden sprayer, its pump just went bad. So I got to pick up a small gallon one, and the pumps are the same. So I'll save $10 by getting the little one, taking the pump out of it. Not that little, it's not that, but the pumps are the same. We did it before. Take that pump and put in, or out of the new gallon one, and put in a 2.5 gallon one and pitch that little gallon one. But yeah, I thought because Steve's got a black Desert Adventure in Arizona, they got a big black tank in their yard. I don't know if you remember me asking you, but I asked you if you use heat and water up with that because black, it gets the water hot. But that's not what the black tanks are for out here in Arizona. Well, any state that does that. I didn't know this, but the black tanks stops the sunlight, so bacteria and mold, I think, won't grow in the water. It kills the bacteria or something. So that's why you see a lot of black tanks at houses that have to haul water to them. I never knew that. And imagine the water does get pretty hot. Algae. That's what I was looking. Algae. That's what. Yeah, algae. My brain is still tired, or fried from the heat. Yeah, it's. I'm still a little tired from the weekend. But I'd have never guessed that about the black. Like I said, I thought it was just to heat water up. Help heat the water up. Yeah, sun makes algae grow. And that's also why the water jugs are blue. And I didn't know that either. But it's supposed to stop the sunlight from algae growing in there. And we will always have clear water jugs to drink out of to get our water from, so I can see the water that we're drinking. We were using them solid blue ones for a long time, but you couldn't tell what the water was. So we switched over to the blue ones, the clear blue ones. I am so glad we did, because one time up in Williams, we got city water at the city water place, and it had stuff in it. We'd have never seen it. We'd have never seen it if we'd have had jugs that we couldn't see through. We won't drink out of the tank because we can't see the water that's in that tank. We could probably put it in a glass and see it. That tank now is probably drinkable. We're going on 5 seasons now in Quartzsite. So we've been in this is going on 5 years now. But it don't add up on the calendar. It's only like 4 years. So we're going on 5 seasons with that water tank. As much as we used it, we've bleached it and everything. That tank's probably drinkable now, but we still don't drink out of it because I want to be able to see where my water is coming from if I'm getting anything out of it. If algae won't grow in the black tank. Yeah. This January 15th, I believe it was. I'd have to find the picture of the first permit that we got out here. It has the date on it. It might pop up in the memories on Facebook too. I don't know where the time went. I can't believe we're this winter will be our 5th season at Quartzsite. It doesn't seem like it. It feels like our 3rd. Now, granted, last year we were only here in Quartzsite for 2 weeks, and then we went back east for a little while. Not to be confused with RV Black Tank. Yeah. Ooh, I wonder how hot that stuff is. Have zero water purifier. Those are nice. Just pour tap water in it and don't have to waste money on bottled water. We don't buy bottled water. We filter it with RV filter. That's really the only filter we've ever used. And I double filter it too, because it gets filtered into the tank in the bobby, and then I'll filter it coming out of that tank into our water jugs. But you see me drinking. We have the stainless steel water bottles. That's what we use. That's what I need to get, some bottled water to keep here for company, because we have the stainless steel water bottles. We got 4 of them, and I saved some of the plastic water bottles because those are double insulated, the stainless steel ones, so it takes forever for the water to get cold. So I'd go down to Tim and Gracie, they give me a bottle of water, so I save the bottle and put water in it, throw it in Nappy Cool, and it gets colder faster because I like cold water. Then I saved a Mountain Dew bottle because if you ask me my opinion about a water bottle, the Nestle water bottles, the Great Value water, those are not bottles. Those are bags. A Mountain Dew soda bottle, that's a bottle. You can squeeze it, and it keeps its shape. Them things they're putting water in is not a bottle. Those are bags. They may look like a bottle, but it feels like you're holding a bag in your hand. After the summer, the town should give you and share you the keys to the town. Well, I got a hold of Dee yesterday. Dee's still here too. I got a hold of her yesterday to make sure she was doing okay. She sounded great. She's having a hard time with her rooftop keeping up. Rooftop AC. Well, the problem with the newer rooftop ACs, they don't keep up in the heat like this. Mine does because it's 42-year-old and it's got R12 refrigerant in it, and it was hardly used. So she went and got a window unit. She said that's doing a trick, but it's still having a hard time keeping up. But she's a trooper. She's surviving. We're gonna meet up with her again when we get moved over to LTVA. But she might just pop in out here too. She knows she asked where we were. We have tap water, but we have a filter on the fridge water dispenser. We used to get the one that attached to the faucet, and then they come out. It was a pure water filter, and then they come out with the one you can put a flavor packet in. I haven't eaten salad with chopsticks in a while. Oh, you ought to video that. I buy a 5-gallon refill water in Bristol, this award-winning water in this state, and then have a little pump. Yeah. They had a water place opened up here. Very nice place. Very nice place. You can see all the plumbing, very fancy plumbing. You can take your water bottles, jugs, and fill them up in there. The problem with that place was when they opened it up, I had a feeling they weren't going to be there very long. They were charging 40 cents a gallon. And it's supposed to be reverse osmosis, filtered, and all that stuff. Okay, that's all fine and dandy. But at 40 cents a gallon, you're not going to sell a lot of water here in Quartzsite. There's water stations, RV Pit Stop, They're still open, I hear. But there's water stations around here. You can get 5 gallons, 25 cents a gallon. Some of them, if they fix that one down at RV Pit Stop, you could get 5 gallons of deep well water, filtered, 25 cents for 5 gallons. That water is good. We drink the LTVA water. We don't have any issues with the LTVA water. We get our water from a 400-foot hole in the ground in our backyard. I miss the wells, sort of, but not really. Yeah, we had our own well back in Indiana. You can do ice cream with chopstick. That would be interesting. I wonder where my forks are. I finally used a fork yesterday for my salad. Been using plasticware, but I will not buy Great Value forks. The plastic forks, I will not buy them. They break too easy, way too easy. And not only that, the Nomadic Rat Pack must be just getting around for today. But not only that, Becky's brother, her oldest brother, was eating with a plastic fork and didn't know it broke, and ended up getting a piece. I think it was stuck in his throat, and he didn't know it. And then it started giving him issues, and he went in, doctor, they sent him in an x-ray. They had to go in and get that out, and it was one of those Great Value plastic forks. I quit buying them before that happened. There's Nomadic Rat Pack. But I mean, you just a little bit of pressure and one of the things break off. So no, we don't buy the Great Value plastic forks. We'll buy the spoons and the butter knives, but not the forks anymore. Ice cream with chopsticks. I'd go nuts. Just don't judge. You can't dip it out of the container with chopsticks. I was telling you, Nomadic Rat Pack, you called me a bunch of times. Every time you called me, I was away from the rig, and it did take all day to get my phone to charge. I'm having charging issues again with this phone. I thought it was fixed, but it's not. It worked good for a while, but now it's. I got to really mash the cord in, wiggle the cord around, put the phone up in a certain spot. Some cords won't even charge now. Or I got to take the cord and wrap it around the phone to bring the plug up a little bit to make pressure inside there or something. I just need to give in and just go get another phone. But like I spent $900 before 10 o'clock this morning, so there ain't gonna be no phone this month. You're busy, man. Being retired. Yesterday I was. No, I did. I still using it. It straightened out. It started charging normal and everything. And I cleaned the port. There ain't nothing in that port. But it's doing its not wanting to charge. Just a slight movement, and it quit charging. You know, if the rig shakes, it quits charging. I just need to break down and just get a phone. Just give in. That's the way I am. I will wear stuff, run stuff, use stuff until you just can't use it anymore. I mean, look, my shirt's coming apart. I gotta go get some new. I got nice t-shirts, but here's the thing. I don't like wearing my good clothes out here. My good, nice clothes. Because the desert dirt, it'd ruin a nice set of clothes in a heartbeat. You know, and plus, you never know when somebody out here needs help. You know, when I helped Joni yesterday, I helped CRView, not yesterday, but other things, and they help. Everybody helps each other. And usually it's, you got a good t-shirt on, like good pair of jeans and everything, and then you look and you got them ruined. It's like, oh, come on. So, I wear my decent clothes during the day, just in case I got to go help somebody. You just never know, And plus, you may get hit by a dustnado, and your clothes are all dirty. And besides that, as soon as this live stream's over, this shirt's coming off. On the ground gives us 285 feet in Oregon. Wow. Temp's holding at 107. Wonder what ours is. What's the temperature in Quartzsite? 106. 106 now. Already did that. It's supposed to be 114, but it's going to get hotter than that. We're catching up with you. Oh, nice. Tested by the state. Use it up. Make it. Do it up. Pretty much. I don't even wear this hat outside now. I get my other hat, because it's got dirt. I did wear it out. I about cried yesterday. I was mad. Went outside. That thing, the curtain I got hanging over the door, it grabbed this hat, pulled it off my head, and put it down in the dirt. And I was mad. Oh yeah, I was mad. No. So yeah, I go outside. I leave this hat out, and if I go to town, I wear my forest hat. I like my rebel hat, but I wore my rebel hat to town once, and because of the flag on it, I got some looks. So I said, yeah, we just wear that around camp. Need another well if this keeps up. We're only pumping 550 gallons a day. Not enough. Can they drive yours deeper? I don't know how the 4-inch well, because is it a 4-inch well? We had a 2-inch. We've never had a 4-inch well. All our places had 2-inch wells, and we drive them ourselves. Go to the store, get the well point, well driver, a lot of homemade well drivers, and just start driving it down in the ground till you hit water. But we did water at 30 feet there. But yeah, I love my hat. I want to take care of it, And other hats are getting stained from the dirt and that out there, And before you know it, all my clothes are going to be dirty and stained and everything. And right now, you definitely don't want to wear a black shirt, so they're all put up in the drawer. It's extremely busy, but we got time on the episode. Yeah, the phone is. I am expecting a call from Santan, but that's not no issue. Though I may have to call them back. But what is the charge? It's almost fully charged. It's 3/4 of the way full. Then that's the decent water. And then there's another aquifer underneath that. I want to say that was like from 70 to 100 foot. And then below that, there's 3 water sources in that area. The deeper you go, the better the water was. Though that 30-foot water is it's pretty good. You still need to filter it. But that third water source is actually the world's largest underground river that they know of, that feeds Lake Michigan. That's really good water. That's the river that you can go down. You can actually ride boats on that river down in southern Indiana, because I can't remember the name of the state park. If Becky was here, she'd remember it. But that river is exposed in part of that park, and you can it's cave tours, and you can ride boats in there. And that's the underground river that you're on. One of them is really hard. That's probably the hard pan. That's probably hit the hard pan. Like it's almost like bedrock, but it ain't bedrock. Just hard rock, piece of rock or whatever. It's called hard pan. Stat water level is 93 feet. When they drilled the well 19 years ago, will be good to see what it is nowadays. I know a lot of the irrigation is canals there and everything, but are they pumping irrigation water from the ground now in Tucson and Marana and that? Because that's what happened at Stark County. So it's Becky. Best water here is at 900 feet. I couldn't afford. Man, oh yeah, wow. Man, 900 feet. That's a long way down. That's a fifth of a mile almost. No hard water. Oh yeah. I'm getting to that too. But back home, a lot of the farmers now, irrigation has gotten cheaper. When I was a kid, you rarely seen an irrigated field. Now we're seeing them all over down there. And what that has done is lowered the water table down from them irrigating, which is fine. But it did make some people's wells go dry. But what it has also done was because the water level has dropped in the underground caverns that they're in, that scale and iron and lime and all that is working loose and getting into the water. And because Stark County never had rusty water, and now the water's all rusty. And it'd turn any white, like a white bathtub, it'd turn it rust, no problem. Yes, irrigation water comes from the deep water. I was wondering if they was irrigating from the ground. I know that they use them canals too, but that'll drop a water level down and affects local wells. And it's kind of weird because that happens because that's probably a flowing water under there. You wouldn't think that it would drop it down as more water is coming in, but it does. There is a big stink with some of the citizens and blaming the farmers back home. Hey, our well's dry because all these irrigations. And all you really got to do, back home and just drive your well deeper. Now the people with 4-inch wells and stuff that were deeper, they were fine. It was the ones around the 30-foot, 25-foot mark that was having the issues. So in that case, if you've got the 2-inch well, you just go get you more well pipe, well driver, and drive your well down deeper. Get past the hard pan and then get into the second aquifer. But the 4-inch wells there, they always took the 4-inch wells pretty deep, down to the third aquifer. So those don't ever really run dry. Well drilled hit water twice, but they were underground streams, not aquifers. The aquifer is 900 feet here in southern Arizona. Is that 900 feet? Yeah, see where it's not really aquifers back there. It's underground streams. Kansas farms have more water pumps all over 70. I never saw them back home in Pennsylvania. There is a lot more irrigation going on, and it is. I know Arkansas is supposed to be sitting on like the country's best aquifer, and they said its level is really starting to drop. And that's where the somebody raises race horses, Kentucky Derby, that's the only water that he'll give his horses. State-run administration, and they pretty much know how deep all the aquifers are in Arizona. Potato companies only contract for irrigated space. Yeah, those fields were irrigated, come to think about it, that when they was growing potatoes by us. Water softener broke. That's nice, it's working out. Oh, Becky's meshing me. And alright. Looks like they're heading back to their house. Their brother's house. And lakes fill up and snow runoff every year, and then they run dry about July. They send water down the river. Tours been we did live up here. They do that. They do that a lot here in Arizona. I hear too. They're building more retention ponds in Flagstaff up in the forest. And where our friend Vanessa's at, she camped over by it, and they're digging the ponds, and it has drove the timber rattler snakes out into everybody's camp because apparently they were where they were digging the pond at. Tucson water gets Colorado River water dumping into 1 acre pond to soak into the aquifer in the Oro Valley. That's how Tucson gets its water supply. See how our sister's doing. I will ask. We'll know here in a minute. And there's the internet signal. I think about here in about 7 minutes. I think I'm gonna call it a day. So I had my breakfast. Yeah, it's lunchtime. I said, oh no, it ain't. Well, it will be in about 30 minutes. Oh, she's fixing to tell us how her sister is. They're not. Yeah, she's worse. So the internet's not too good, so they're not even close to the house yet. Her sister is tired, has an appointment with a heart doctor sometime this week. Becky also, while she was there, she lost her aunt. This I don't know how this gets confusing, but at first it come across that the aunt passed away, then she was still alive, and she was, but then she actually did pass away. Saturday, I think it was. Yeah, she's got a lot going on back home. Becky's kind of pretty stressed out right now. She got a lot going on there in Indiana that try to get caught up on the chat here. Thank you, Nash. Yeah, she needs to get back here. Oh. Look, these dogs are comfortable. We just ticked up to 111. All right, let's see what we are. 111. What's the temperature at courtside? 106. 106. You're pulling away from us. Man, that's my body loves it though. At least it does. Sugar wet willies. My ears are going to be sopping wet when she gets back for days, months, probably. Every live stream. Yeah, it is going green, Mom. No, the other, it's to the point where I asked her yesterday, I said, do you want me to start heading back? And she told me to set put. So I'm doing what she told me to do. Still running cool, so far staying cool. Nice. And it's almost cold outside, easy. Well, got this one running. I might try both of them later. I don't know. We'll see. Fit how hot because I've been that. Yesterday was the hottest day that we've had. And I firmly believe it hit 122. Google said 114, but my generator ran at 114. My generator wouldn't run that yesterday because it was hotter. Plus the gas was hot too that I put in it. What do you got? 8 batteries? Was it 200 amps? 200 amp hours and 3 100 amp hours? See, when Troy comes down, he's planning on powering the whole LTV, all 4 LTVAs at once, not just one, all 4 LTVAs. He got, what was it, 1600 amp hours or something like that? No, that would be, yeah, no. 1300 amp hours. That's, I think, is what it was. Testing solar lighting with all these power outages lately, and I need to get a couple over power packs to run the mini fans, keep pets cool. Yeah, 1500 amp hours. Yeah, and counting. Reduce the amount of retirement money. Had to send back to electric company cooperative. Yeah, electric cooperative. See, it's electric company back. And then, no, they do have a co-op. See, we were with NIPSCO Power Company. Highway robbers. What was it? REMC was a co-op there. But we never had REMC. We always had NIPSCO. Yeah, say he's going to be able to power all 4 LTVAs before too long. But I know there's a rig out there. His Duffy's brother, I think he said he got 1600 amp hour batteries, and they can run their air conditioner at night, and they barely put a dent in their batteries. That's my goal. And I got 150 amp hour sealed lead acid that's flashing over there fully charged. That's next though. I'm going to start buying. Did I get this new solar controller hooked up and everything? The EPF, or I done forgot how to say it. EPFers. They can be switched over to lithium. You got to hook them up to a laptop, go in there and change the perimeters. All kinds of videos on how to do it. Oh, yeah. Excuse me for yawning so much. I think in August, I'm going to start buying a lithium battery a month, probably. Hopefully, that's if we can do it. And then start moving on to lithium, because we should have enough solar for a while. Yeah, that might happen, Going Green Mom. I was seriously giving that a thought. I've got NIFCO, but RMC is co-op. The guys have a combo depending on which piece of property. I'm going to bid on another battery. Those are the 8 minutes you paid. Yeah, she toys. Oh, yeah. Alrighty, folks. Get off here and make me some lunch. Maybe talk. Is she still there? Yes, she's still here. I'll talk to her in a little bit. All right. See you in community chat. Yeah. This inverter that Melnetti gifted us takes that worry away too, with its perimeters. That is nice. I want to find another one of them and piggyback them together. That'd give me 4,000 watts. I'd be able to run that rooftop up there then. Of course, I'd still probably have to have more solar. You can have enough. Never have enough. Never. I don't think we have super solar set up for space. Yeah, I probably will take a nap, and I don't do that very often. But everybody, have a great day. I'm going to get on the phone here with Becky. We got some business to take care of. Yeah. So I am going to head out, and I may head to town to get me some supplies too before I take a nap. But everybody, have a great day. We shall see ya tomorrow. Becky will probably be here tomorrow, depending on her sister. So, again, thanks for coming in. Love each and every one of you, and we'll see you tomorrow. And stay cool wherever you're at. Or if you're in the cold, stay hot or warm. But later, everybody. See you tomorrow. I almost played the commercial. All right. See ya.